scenario from when you're younger. You go with your parents to a nice restaurant, and you sit down, you look at the menu. After a while, you figure out what you'd like to eat. The waitress comes over and she asks, "Hey, what would you guys like to drink?" And you say, "I would love a Pepsi, please," or something, anything caffeinated. And your mom turns around and yells at you, "No, you can't have that because it will stunt your growth due to the caffeine." Well, this starts your so long life indoctrination of the evils of caffeine. What are the odds, though, that other people have also learned these myths about caffeine? Well, it's quite high because society has come to really accept and cherish these myths. But shouldn't these myths stop because there's been so many times it's been scientifically unproven? Many myths plague caffeine, giving it a negative reputation. However, we can solve these fallacies by focusing on the scientifically proven benefits of caffeine. I myself drink caffeine quite often and it hasn't done anything to me yet, and I also have done extensive research on it as well. First, I will talk about the myths that caffeine has come to have. Secondly, I will talk about a solution to these myths. And finally, I will tell you what will happen if we implement my solution in society. Many myths plague caffeine, giving it a negative reputation. However, we can change this fallacy and solve it by focusing on the scientifically proven benefits of caffeine. What would you say if somebody came up and asked you what caffeine does to you or where you learned it? Well, it'd be quite hard to explain because it's really been embedded in society. Society and what society thinks is shaped due to the ways of a small group of people that just keep telling their beliefs, as stated in the 2015 book, Sociology 2E by Open Sachs. This book also states that people, when they keep telling and telling, it just grows and grows until a whole population or culture thinks the same way. For instance, in the 20th century, so many people thought that caffeine was bad that a ton of people switched from regular coffee to decaf coffee because they thought it would cause medical problems with caffeine. However, many studies have been done to disprove these caffeine causes this myths. In the 2017 journal, the Journal of Headache and Pain by Richard Lipton, a neurologist, and his other contributors, they have found that caffeine really does not start or trigger migraines or headaches like what it was thought to. It actually helps them. Mixed with meds and caffeine, Lipton and his contributors also found that it can help reduce migraines faster. There has also been the myth that people should stay away from caffeine completely, and that is so unnecessary and so hard to do. In the 2015 journal, International Journal of Analytical Chemistry, by Sawahak Ahmad Bawani, a chemist, and his other contributors, they found that caffeine is in anything from drinks to medication. Also, if you think about it, if there was a bunch of side effects for caffeine, would it even be available to us as a society? So, since many myths have been told about caffeine and have been proven scientifically wrong, why do we still have these in society? These myths should be slashed from society, and I know you want to help me with the solution. With your help, the way society looks at caffeine can be changed. We can take the fear out of consuming caffeine. We may not be able to convince everybody, but we can sure try, because for the headache sufferers, it can stop their consumption of pills. For doctors and pharmacists, they can know that they're giving their patients safe drugs, and it can just help everybody because they will be able to consume caffeine without any fear. Luckily, we live in a world also where there's been so much research done on caffeine that we therefore know that caffeine is an okay substance to have, and we can have it in moderation as well. Out of our research of fallacies on caffeine has come an understanding and reassurance that caffeine is okay and good for the future. If there are many myths being proven wrong, let's make it heard. We can change the lives of children by letting them have caffeine. We can give headache sufferers a way to dull their pain. We can help everyone look and be okay with consuming coffee, tea, and pop. We can help our whole society change their perspective and make caffeine a positive substance for once. In knowing everything we know about caffeine at this day and age, let's put the possible negative side effects aside and focus on the positives caffeine has. In focusing on the positive, we change society, but how should we do that? You can help me change society by passing on the word that caffeine is okay. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell anybody who's willing to listen, because you will help change society with me. You are changing society to be more positive and hopeful about good that comes out of everything, even if there's something bad. I invite you to do anything in your power to help me spread the word that caffeine is an okay substance. First, the myths of caffeine were explained. Second, the solution of caffeine myths were introduced. And finally, I explained what will happen in society if my solution is implemented. Many myths plague caffeine, giving it a negative reputation. However, we can solve this fallacy by focusing on the scientifically proven benefits of caffeine. Now, in knowing that caffeine is okay for you, what are you going to do? I know I'm going to grab a nice Pepsi and take a sip. Thank you.